2 tips to help you end addiction. Just 2. Not 5, not 10, not 20. 2. You need to pay attention. If it doesn't work, if you're following me, if these 2 tips does not work, unfollow me. In fact, if you used to talk to me before, don't talk to me anymore. If these 2 tips doesn't work, it has helped a lot of people. I'm not joking. I have a couple of friends that fought this for years, and I helped them with these 2 tips, and it worked for them. So pay attention. Number 1 is you need to tell yourself the truth. I need you to stay to the end. You're going to understand. Number 1 is you need to tell yourself the truth. You know, the Bible says, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Now, how do you tell yourself the truth? By telling yourself, guy, listen, it's either I stop this thing and live, or I continue and die. It's either I stopped this thing, it's either I stop it and stay alive and healthy, or I continue and lose my life. Tell yourself this every single day. Now, when you say this to yourself, subconsciously, your mind will start building barrier against it. Without you knowing, subconsciously, your mind will start building barrier against it without you knowing. So whenever the thought comes to your mind, whenever you start craving for it, your mind will tell you automatically, this is death. Now you need to choose between this thing and staying alive. So your mind will subconsciously play its part by reminding you that this is death. Now you're only left with the choice of making decision. Is either I stop this or I continue. At that particular moment, you get disturbed in your heart. The urge is there. You want to do it, but your mind is disturbed because your mind, your heart, your consciousness is reminding you that this thing is death. This thing is going to kill you. This thing is going to destroy you. Your mind will keep reminding you frequently because you have studied that this thing is death. So whenever you want to do it, whenever the urge comes, your mind keeps reminding you, listen, this thing is death, without you knowing. And that is where the withdrawal starts. That is the beginning. That is the beginning. Now, a lot of us, we pray a lot. I have seen a lot of people with addiction, they pray. And then after praying, you see yourself doing it again and again. It's just like sin. You tell God, I want to stop this thing. This thing is not good for me anymore. But you see yourself doing it over and over again. Why? Because you don't need prayer at that moment. What you need is discipline. Prayer works like a backup. It is not everything you pray for. What you need at that moment is discipline, not prayer. Not prayer. Now, how does it work? Addiction is a building. It is like a building. It is something you built from scratch. It is like a building. Now imagine you building a mansion and then telling God to bring it down. Imagine you building a mansion and then you keep praying, God, I don't like this house anymore. Bring it down. It doesn't work like that. What you need to do is to get a tractor and start pulling it gradually. And start destroying it, hitting the bases consistently and gradually. And then you see the house will keep falling. You can't achieve that in one day though. It is a gradual process. You see how it works? You can't use prayer to bring a house down. That is how addiction is. You need discipline, not prayer. Prayer is a backup. Prayer works, but as backup. The first thing is discipline. You know why I'm making this video? Because it is not a content. This thing is something that is destroying the lives of youth. Not just youth, even adults. Grown-up men. So this is an awareness. It needs to end. youth in their 20s, teenagers, they get themselves stuck in this and they are struggling to pull out. You know why some people struggle with this thing for a very long time? Because they tell themselves that it is an attack. The devil wants to destroy them. It is someone attacking them from their village or something. You need to get that away from your mind. It doesn't work like that. There is no demon attacking you. There is no village people attacking you. It is what you built. It is what you build. Now, whatever you build and stay consistent with becomes part of your life without you knowing. Whatever you do every single day becomes part of your life without you knowing. So there's nobody attacking you. You need to calm down. It is something you built. So you need to destroy it gradually. And this is the first step. Listen, this thing works like magic. No jokes. It has worked for a lot of people that I helped by the grace of God. I spoke to them with these 2 tips and it worked for them. The second tip is replacing that bad addiction with a good one. The second tip is replacing that bad addiction with a good one. Now, how do you replace the bad one with a good one? Now, for example, you're a smoker, you smoke, and then the addiction of smoking is putting something in your mouth, right? You smoke like this, you put it in your mouth and then inhale. Now you're going to replace it with something you can put in your mouth. You're going to replace it with something eatable, but not something that could kill, not something that damages your system, something you know that is good to your health. You can get a fruit, you can get a cucumber, you can get a pineapple, you can get something you can eat. Listen, I know it sounds funny to you. That is how it always sounds, but it works. It works. It has worked for a lot of people. A lot. Now you get a cucumber. Because you smoke, now you get something you can eat as well. Whenever the craving, whenever the urge comes, you tell yourself now, this cucumber is my smoke for today. This cucumber is 1 pack of cigarette for today. Once I'm done with it, I'm done smoking for today. Now you eat that cucumber and tell yourself you have consumed 1 pack of cigarette for the day. Once you tell yourself that, the craving will come, the urge will come. And when the urge comes, that is where your discipline needs to come up. That is where you tell yourself, I have taken 1 pack of cigarette for the day, which is inside that cucumber, and I'm done. I've taken it and I'm done. You tell yourself this every single day, and when the urge becomes stronger, you take yourself back to the first tip. You tell yourself, this is death. I don't want to die, I want to stay alive. And now, the smoke is inside the cucumber and I have consumed the cucumber. I'm done for the day. If you start doing these 2 things every single day, now you need to back it up with prayer, because I told you earlier, prayer is a backup. Prayer works very well, but as a backup, it is not every time you just start kabashing, praying, declaring and decreeing, pulling down heavens. Sometimes you need discipline. Now, when you must have done these 2 things I just said to you every single day, don't stop. Be consistent with it. You see yourself drawing back. Addiction does not stop in one day. It took years for you to build it. Like I said, it is like a mansion. It is like a building you built from scratch. So it took time to be built. Now it is going to take time for you to bring it down. Don't rush. Take it gradually. Do these 2 things I just told you, and your life will never remain the same. I promise you. If it doesn't work, if you're following me already, unfollow me. If it doesn't work, if you're my friend, unfriend me. Just do something that will hurt me. If it doesn't work, just call me a liar. You can say anything to me. I have helped people with this by the grace of God, and it has worked for them. This thing is destroying the life of people. It needs to end. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. It is diverting people's ability. It derails people's progress. It diverts their progress. This thing has been destroying lives of people. It will make you lose your mind. It will make you lose your mind. You won't think straight anymore. It takes your energy. It takes your ability to function. Not only smoke. I just use that as an example. A lot of people are going through masturbation, and that is one of the things that is destroying lives. That is one of it. You can replace that with exercise. It has worked because it is an activity. It is an activity that triggers your heart and your mind. And that is what exercise does. Like I gave you an example of smoke. It is something you put in your mouth. So anything you are addicted to, look for something similar, something good that you can use to replace it. You can do exercise for masturbation. Exercise morning and evening. Whenever the urge comes, immediately you start exercising, you sweat, you see yourself, you trigger your heartbeat and all that gradually. And then you remind yourself that if you do this, you are going to die. You will lose yourself. That is the two ways it is going to work. And then support it with prayer, because there is nothing God cannot do. Do this and it will work for you. Trust me. God bless you. God bless you.